touch them, ma'am, if you want. Just be fast. Go ahead, touch them. Don't take your time. Just.
New Orleans, the Big Easy, the Crescent City. It's a peculiar cosmopolitan to most Americans. New Orleans is a crossroads of language, music, and culture, the result of inhaling the efforts of three great colonial powers, the traditions of three distinct slave regimes, and the flavors of dozens of immigrant traditions. It exhales vibrant creations much different than the rest of America. We arrive as unannounced visitors hoping to make friends and just get a sample of what lies behind the curtain. Hey Marv, where are we at?
We're at Mardi Gras World.
What's Mardi Gras World?
They've got all the floats and things and they work year round here.
I do believe what we have right here is a floodgate that closes off when an area starts to flood. The Mississippi River's over there. New Orleans is over here. So that big gate closes when it starts to flood. How are you?
Hey, good. How are you?
2 adults, please.
Alrighty. So we have some king cake for you.
That would be awesome.
We also have some boxed cocktails, if that
Whoa.
tickles your fancy.
Wait, what?
I like
Can I get both of those so she has to show me her breasts again?
What? Wait, what?
So what's your name? We have what's your
I'm
name?
Kelly.
Kelly is going to take our love view picture. Thank you.
That's it?
That's it. You ready for this? In Europe, they call it Carnival. Here it's called Mardi Gras, that quintessentially raucous time before Ash Wednesday where the faithful let it all hang out before a time of reverent abstinence. New Orleans is the only major city in the United States to celebrate Carnival in such a grand tradition. It's big business here with over $1 billion being spent on this lavish gala. In 1932, Roy Kern was surviving the Depression by painting names on ships. His son Blaine painted a mural at a local hospital to pay for his mother's medical bills. That caught the eye of a surgeon and Mardi Gras crew captain, who invited Roy and Blaine to build floats for the crew of Allah. They built the first float on a mule cart. Those humble beginnings became Kern Studios in Mardi Gras World. And the 300,000 square foot warehouse is an ethereal dreamland of colorful, huge characters with their dutiful creators busily producing more friends for next year's Mardi Gras. In the words of Blaine Kern's widow Holly, Blaine was Peter Pan and I was Tinkerbell. What's your first impression of the Mardi Gras World?
It was fun. I would love to work there and paint everything. And this is a buzz box. That is good.
Got some king cake. Here comes the rain on the Mississippi River. Behind us is the warehouse that is Mardi Gras World. New Orleans can be a lot to take in, so we spent the first night in purposeful wandering. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you.
She is the light of my life.
Our objective that first night was understanding the lay of the land, meeting some locals, and see if we couldn't get to know someone who could pull back the curtain of the city. And we would eventually find them. Poppins, what's going on?
We are going on a gator tour, a swamp tour, just like Medusa in The Rescuers.
Y'all in the back of the seatbelt.
6 minutes after we were underway, I was pretty convinced an airboat should be added to my list of adventure gear. Our tour took us through more than a century-old logging canals and swamp on the edge of Lake Salvador, just south of New Orleans. Captain Brad was our guide. 1967, the American alligator was added to the endangered species list after a century and a half of hunting for hides and poaching.
Well, we could, and then you could wrestle it, and we take video. That'd be cool.
Through conservation efforts and the creation of breeding farms, the American alligator was considered fully recovered by 1987.
Oh my goodness.
This high.
Uh-huh.
The manatee are, they're killers.
Yeah, right.
Bull crap. Good old fake media.
Not good at aiming.
No, they're very, not too good.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I say adult is 4 feet long because they'll start laying eggs at 4 feet long. So, to me, laying eggs, fertile eggs at 4 feet is an adult.
Okay.
But you ask the state scientists, they
Yes,
are
he's shy.
considered adult at 6 feet. You can touch them, ma'am, if you want. Just be fast. Go ahead, touch them. Don't take your time.
What's the reversion of the high wall?
The American alligator is still considered threatened, and Captain Brad spends a good deal of his time on conservation efforts. A quick scan of TripAdvisor and you'll find descriptions of Captain Brad like super salty. But he is well liked by everyone, and you can see why. He's just a family man with a wealth of knowledge and wisdom. He calls it like he sees it. He has a deep love of the land and its inhabitants and people. He's the kind of guy I could spend a few days with. But that wasn't going to happen today. We all had places to be and things to do, but if you happen to get Captain Brad, savor the moments.
Look, that's what we got. That's what we got. The cars, our vehicles, our houses, our whole livelihood. Everything's flooding out right here.
Hurricane Katrina changed New Orleans forever. If you visit a local, the painful memories of the storm will inevitably be part of their narrative. 16 years ago, it was one of the most devastating events of the past 100 years. St. Bernard Parish, south of the city, was immediately flooded by the storm surge. That's 2,158 square miles, an area almost the size of Delaware, swallowed by the sea. Almost every structure was damaged by the surge. We visited Lower St. Bernard Parish. You can still see the scars a decade and a half later. The people here will tell you the area floods faster and more often than it did in their childhood because it's sinking. If you visit New Orleans, take a drive south. You'll still see the wounds from Katrina. You'll also see the massive St. Bernard Parish flood wall, a 23-mile monolith designed to stop a 100-year storm surge. We passed through the massive floodgate on Highway 46. You can't help but think of a dystopian society that's desperately building a fortress wall to keep out an ancient, hideous enemy. It's also sobering to realize that's pretty much what it is.
They've got this roadway shut down.